Hey, you guys, it's Willow. So I wanted to talk about this whole November 5th or November 4th propaganda that's coming up all over the internet about the Department of Defense apparently doing some type of communications thing where we could possibly lose our electricity and our internet and our cars could die and all this crazy stuff could happen. A lot of people said that they went to Snoop's and Snoop said that it was false. Yeah, well, Snoop said that it was false, that the DOD wasn't doing this on November 4th because of Antifa doing their protest on November 4th. But the DOD says that they are still conducting this experiment or test or whatever. And supposedly they have done this before in the past, but I just don't believe it. There is too many conspiracy theorists in the world, and I feel like somebody would have picked it up quickly and said something about it. And I have never heard of this anywhere. And why would they need to be testing the satellite communication systems? I would think that the satellite communication systems for those types of things are working just fine. I mean, people in Alaska use those little satellite phones all the time. So I did find a tweet by this guy that is apparently in Donald Trump's political realm. I don't really follow too much of who is in and who is out. It doesn't matter to me. And he is saying, his name is Steve Herman, and he says that they are going to be conducting this exercise on November 4th. And so, I mean, I just don't feel like this random guy, Steve, that's in Trump's cabinet would tweet something like that on October 4th for no reason. I mean, why? It doesn't make any sense to me. So I do believe that they are conducting this test. What's going to happen? I don't know. I cannot tell you. What I do know is that these are low orbiting satellites, and they are made by a company called Global Star Inc. In 2012, this project, this communication project, was then explained to all of NATO countries in a seminar, which I actually have the presentation that I can link in the description of this video, and it is in the description of my last live video that was used at that presentation for NATO countries to show them how this communication system would work through a slideshow type of deal. Kind of how they do seminars and they have the big screen and they flash pictures across it or whatever. So I found that, and then I found several different websites, government websites, that talk about this communication thing that they do and how they're going to do, how it works and all of this stuff. And what's really strange to me is that the original company that started the Global Star satellite, the satellites, the lower orbiting satellites, they went bankrupt the same exact year that this seminar was conducted with, all of North America and all the NATO countries. And I just found it really strange that they wouldn't suck it up and try to deal with that, knowing that all of NATO and all of North America was going to probably need a contract with a satellite company, and they probably would have made money. So it was kind of strange that they filed for bankruptcy, and then a NASDAQ company bought the satellite company, and they left it Global Star, but they added the Inc. at the end of it, so it's Global Star Inc. And this is all information that I researched and found myself. You do not have to take my word for it. You do not have to believe me. You can go and look this stuff up yourself, because this is me. I spent hours researching this stuff. I spent hours researching names that are in connection with these companies, and just do your own research if you don't believe me. And I really don't think anybody's going to lose their electricity. I don't think you're going to lose your cell phone. You could possibly lose your internet. I mean, because these communication devices do send off electromagnetic pulses. this is why I think that they have not tested them before. Since there is a supposed threat that North Korea is going to launch a nuke into space and it is going to damage our digital shell or our digital net and, cut off all electronics and systems that we have, and we'll be living in the horse and buggy days again. Since that is supposedly a threat, I feel like the system was like, we need to check these and make sure they work. Because if something like that did happen, they're going to want to be able to have communication with other NATO countries and allies just in case war was to break out or something crazy. I don't know. So I don't think they've ever tested it before, though. I think this is the first time that they've tested it, and I think that the reason DOJ is saying, oh, we've tested every quarter, is because they're not trying to make it a big deal. But I think that they've never tested it before, and they're testing them now just to make sure that the system's going to work. But anyways, you guys, thanks for watching this video, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up, and you can share it if you want to spread the information, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. I love you. Bye.